All right, welcome back to our final deep dive into crafting a business plan that's truly bankable. We've covered the must-have components, the presentation, review process, even how to handle those rejections that, can sometimes happen. I imagine your head might be spinning a little bit with all this information.
It is a lot to process.
Mm.
And I know from experience working with entrepreneurs, this is the point where people can feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
They're excited about the idea. But, like, where do you even start with actually putting this plan together?
I remember feeling that way. Like, okay, I get it, it's important, but how do I actually create one of these things without losing my mind? Are there any shortcuts, any secret weapons we can use to make it a little less daunting?
There are, absolutely. Luckily, there are a ton of resources available to help make this whole process, a little smoother.
Okay, that's a relief. So where do we start? What's the easiest way to just kind of dip our toes in?
One of the simplest and most accessible places to start is with templates.
Ah, templates.
You can find tons of free business plan templates online that give you a basic structure, get you going.
Okay, yeah, I love a good template. It's like training wheels for entrepreneurs. But I gotta admit, I'm a little skeptical. Are templates really good enough for something as important as a business plan? Won't they make my plan seem, generic, like cookie cutter?
They can be a fantastic starting point, especially if you're feeling lost or unsure about the structure. They help you organize your thoughts, make sure you're covering all the bases. But think of them as like a roadmap, not a paint-by-numbers kit.
Right. So we can use them as a guide, but we don't have to follow them exactly. We can and should customize it to fit our specific business, our goals.
Exactly. That's really the key to using templates effectively.
Yeah.
You take that basic framework and then you make it your own.
Right.
You bring in your unique vision, your market research, your financial projections. It becomes a reflection of your business, not just some, fill in the blanks exercise.
It's like using a recipe as a starting point, but then you add your own, spices and flavors to really make it yours.
Exactly. Now, beyond templates, there are also some great online resources that can give you more in-depth guidance. The Small Business Administration website, sba.gov, is a fantastic resource. They have tons of free information on business planning, including sample plans, financial templates, even guidance on how to get those SBA loans.
Ah, the SBA. They're like the fairy godmother of small businesses.
Right.
Always there to help.
Exactly. And don't forget about industry-specific resources, too. Trade associations, industry publications, they'll have insights on things like market trends, competitive analysis, and best practices for your specific sector.
Right. Because what works for a tech startup isn't necessarily going to work for, a restaurant or a retail store. Lenders want to see that we really understand our industry, the specific challenges, the opportunities.
Absolutely. And if you're looking for more personalized guidance, there are some fantastic mentoring programs available. SCORE, the Service Corps of Retired Executives, they offer free mentoring from experienced business professionals.
Oh, yeah, SCORE. I've heard great things about their program. It's like having, the wise elders of the business world sharing their wisdom with the next generation.
It is. I've actually mentored a few entrepreneurs through SCORE, and it's so rewarding to see them succeed with that kind of support.
Now, what about professional assistants? Like, when does it make sense to bring in, the big guns like consultants or accountants?
Well, if you have the budget for it, professional assistants can be a total game changer. Business plan consultants can help you craft a plan that's super compelling, persuasive, and that meets all those lender requirements. They've seen it all, so they know what works and what doesn't. Accountants can make sure your financials are accurate and realistic. Financial advisors can help you develop a really solid financial strategy.
Right, because sometimes it takes an expert to really, take your plan to the next level, but I know that can be expensive. Is there any way to get some of that expertise without, spending a fortune?
Absolutely. Small Business Development Centers, or SBDCs, they offer free or low-cost consulting to small businesses. They have advisors who can help with business plan development, financial management, marketing, all sorts of things.
SBDCs. They're like the hidden gems of the entrepreneurial world.
They are.
I always recommend them. I wish I had known about them when I was starting out.
They're a fantastic resource, and they're all over the country. So no matter where you are in your journey, there are tools and resources to help you create a plan that's not just good, but bankable, one that can really get you the funding you need.
That is so encouraging. I love that we've gone beyond just explaining what a business plan is and actually given listeners some actionable steps and resources they can use.
Me too. I mean, it's one thing to understand the theory, but it's another thing entirely to actually have the tools and support to put it into practice.
Yeah.
And that's what this deep dive has been all about, empowering you to create a plan that's not just a document, but a roadmap to success.
Beautifully said. So, listeners, whether you're just starting to brainstorm your business idea or you're ready to polish that final draft, remember, you don't have to go it alone. There are people who want to see you succeed, and there are resources available to help you every step of the way.
So go forth and conquer those business plans.
We believe in you.
We do. And until next time, happy diving.
Happy diving, everyone.